Casey and Jordan Nurberg are suing neighbor Chris Beiser and her friend Sarah Peters for the destruction of a shed after a golf cart driven by Sarah's 8-year-old son crashed into it.
Mr. and Mrs. Nurberg, you and the defendants are neighbors. Your house is in the middle. Who lives in the blue house?
The blue house is the back.
And what is your name?
Chris Beiser.
And you live in the beige house.
My friends do. Correct. I'm a guest. I was a guest at my friend's house.
But this is your son.
Correct.
And this incident happened on the evening of May 25th
Correct.
of this year. And what I gather happened, because you weren't home, is that Miss Beiser, you were with the Peters boy, this little boy.
Correct.
And he was at your house.
Yes.
And it was time for him to go to his house. Were there any other people at your house?
Yes.
Who?
There was friends of ours and Jake, who was watching Oni, a friend of Sarah's.
It was time for him to go back to the beige house.
Correct.
There are several ways for him to get back to where he was supposed to be, but you decided that the best way to coax him to do that was to allow him to drive your golf cart. Don't?
No. Yes, with me.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know he's too small to drive a golf cart. And you know that. I mean, I have golf carts. I don't let my little ones, his age, drive the golf cart. What time of the night did you decide to let him drive the golf cart?
It was probably around 7.
And there was an accident, and he backed in, with you as the passenger, into the plaintiff's shed.
He did not back into it.
Well, according to this
That's not
diagram,
mine. I didn't.
well, then you go over there and show me what happened. You were the only one there other than
Yep.
the young man.
Yep. So,
You're leaving your house, you got your golf cart.
got my golf cart. We went up the driveway. As we turned here, I told Oni to straighten out the golf cart because he was kind of turning left. And he continued not to straighten out right. And he came down this way from here. And we went straight this way and hit the corner because I took the steering wheel, tried to turn it. And we hit just the
You
corner.
hit their shed. That's it, you hit their shed. Go back.
He hit the shed.
No, you hit the shed. You're the responsible adult. You hit the shed. As a matter of fact, even in the story that you're telling me, you hit the shed because you took the wheel and said you were turning it. You hit the shed. Put your hand down. You weren't there. I'm not interested.
Right.
You have nothing to say. You have pictures of the shed?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see them. Not a difficult case, just some good lessons. First of all, you don't take chances with other people's children.
I can't walk across.
Not a good idea to take chances with other people's children, dangerous chances. I don't know what the conditions were, but when the Nurbergs, in their complaint, they say they came home and they found you in the dark with a flashlight at the shed. Is that correct? That's either yes or no.
Yes.
So you were at the shed with a flashlight.
I heard when I heard the crash. Correct.
That means it was nighttime.
Correct.
Good. Would you show this to the defendant, please? That's the corner of the shed. Okay, do you have estimates for a new shed? I'd like to see it. No, that's not happening. That
Okay.
number isn't happening. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay, good. I'm glad. You don't happen to have another estimate, do you?
we do.
I'd like to take a look at it. One that's a little more reasonable than this one.
No.
I find $4,500 excessive for this shed.
The estimate for that shed is the removal, the rebuild, and the...
I said I find $4,500 unreasonable.
Sure.
Good. Much better. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,760. We're finished. Thank you very much.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm just happy to get our shed replaced. That's what we really wanted.
Casey and Joe have not been very pleasant neighbors.
It just feels good to feel vindicated.
They, a year ago, decided to not talk to us anymore.
They refuse to respect us, so